Okay, the recording has started. Yeah, thank you, Fabio, for the overview of Synapse project. In this slot, first of all, I'm Panagiotis Boudakas. I am a project manager, technical project manager from Sphinx. And as Fabio mentioned, Sphinx is the technical and scientific coordinator of Synapse. So in this slot, we will briefly present each component, let's say, of the Synapse platform in order to have a better view of what are the offerings of Synapse and how your solutions could be deployed to enhance, let's say, the operations of Synapse in case of the technology providers, applicants, and in case of use case providers to see how Synapse could benefit your organizations. Very briefly, because Fabio is also discussed the conceptual view of Synapse. As you can see here, Synapse. First of all, can you please confirm that you can see my screen in presentation mode?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you can see here, Synapse is consisted of 6 different building blocks. Starting from the bottom, we have the multi-layer security and privacy monitoring, which is responsible for collecting information from the targeted organization so that Synapse is employed. And later on, this information is passed to the other Synapse building blocks. For instance, the AI enhanced situational awareness, which is the more intelligent, let's say, component of the Synapse platform in order to discover threats, through the CTI discovery and analytics mechanism, perform user and entity behavioral analytics, and attack prediction and response recommendation. And the incident response and business continuity building block is responsible to automate the procedures for after an incident is detected and perform automated response actions. The preparedness building block performs the cyber range operations and the training activities in the employees of an organization. And the integrated risk management component receives all the information from all the other Synapse components to perform security and privacy assessments and calculate both the technical and economic risks. And also it supports it offers risk transferring mechanisms to support cybersecurity insurance operations. And last but not least, we have the information exchange, alerting and reporting component, which again collects the outputs of each of the individual components and building blocks and exchange this information with other Synapse instances or national authorities like CERT and CSERT. Here you can see a more detailed view of the Synapse architecture, but since later on we will discuss each component individually, I will not spend a lot of time here. But very briefly, the flow, let's say, of the information is starting from the multi-layer security and privacy monitoring on the bottom, which, as I mentioned before, collects evidence from the organizations that Synapse is deployed on. And this information could be logs or information from event captures that are deployed in the organization to perform real-time monitoring or results, let's say, of security of penetration testing or dynamic testing assessments using well-known tools like OpenVAS, NICTO, Nmap, and so on. And this information is provided later to other Synapse components, mainly to the integrated risk management component to perform tailored security and privacy assessments. And in the AI enhanced situational awareness to build, let's say, the baseline activity for the user and entity behavioral analytics and assist the attack prediction and response recommendation mechanism to perform an early detection of attacks and also classify the attack stage, identify the attack stage, and all this information and the outputs of the individual components are visualized in the user interface dashboard and visualization components, which is basically the main user interface of the Synapse platform that the users of Synapse can see the results of the security and privacy assessments, navigate in different tabs, and redirect to other components that have their own user interface and perform more specific actions, like, for instance, configure technical risk assessments and execute specific security and privacy assessments and manage the assets of the organization and so on. Moving forward, starting from the multi-layer security and privacy monitoring, this component of Synapse basically provides a toolset that offers different security tools, which mainly support dynamic testing, as I mentioned before, and penetration testing operations, and let's say the results of these tools, of the dynamic testing tools, could be ingested in the platform and visualized and in the Synapse dashboard. We have the static testing tools, which is based on a large database with vulnerabilities in order to correlate the assets with the discovered vulnerabilities and see if the assets are vulnerable in a static manner. We have log collection mechanisms and different CM tools that could be used or integrated with the Synapse platform, EDRs, NDRs, and even honeypots. An important thing about this component is that, of course, we consider in Synapse that large organizations might have already in place some security solutions. For instance, they might have their own EDR tools or NDR or CMs. And Synapse could be easily integrate and ingest information from already available tools. Or in case of SMEs and the startups, Synapse can provide some basic tools to assist in their operations and in the real-time monitoring and in general the CM operations that Synapse offers. To name a few of the tools that Synapse can provide is we are providing event captors mainly through Elastic Beats in order to collect log information in real time. We're providing some IDS which could be installed in the network of the targeted organization and collect the alerts. We're providing honeypot and also some dynamic testing tools like OpenVAS, Nikto, and Nmap and WP-Scan in order to collect more evidence about the security state of the organization. And later on, the main, let's say, component of Synapse is the integrated risk management. And this component offers two different functionalities. The first one is related with the security and privacy assessments that could be executed in an organization. All this information, all these security and privacy assessments are correlated with the asset modeling of an organization. Namely, in Synapse, we are providing a specific asset modeling in order to capture all the assets of an organization, including not only hardware but also software and also persons that are involved in the organization. And we are executing specific security, confidentiality, integrity, and availability security assessments, which are realized through questionnaire-based dynamic and penetration testing assessments, vulnerability analysis, user and entity behavioral analytics, and most importantly, runtime monitoring assessments, which can capture, let's say, evidence and threats in real time. Also, we are working on providing certificate-based assessments tailored to NIS2, for instance, or GDPR needs. And another important factor is that Synapse can provide and correlate two different assessments in order to have a more in-depth impact analysis of the organization. And all of this information, all these security and privacy assessments are related with the assets of an organization and return a severity value in order to assist us later calculate the risks and perform both technical and economic risk assessments, correlating also the values of the assets, the economic values of the assets with the findings of the technical risk assessment. And the other main functionality of this component is the risk transferring mechanism, which is realized through the Synapse smart contracts. And this operation is mostly related with the cybersecurity insurance operations. It is namely used to assist cyber insurers in their operations and try, let's say, to automate the cybersecurity insurance process through a semi-automated approach for claim handling and claim validation. And the most important factor related to risk transferring is that all the cybersecurity insurance operations, instead of be done in let's say, a manual way through and in paper, as it is most commonly used up to now, we are providing a tailored interface for cyber insurers and the cyber insurers to dynamically, let's say, configure the policy and all the covers that they need for the cybersecurity insurance. The AI enhanced situational awareness is the intelligent component of the Synapse platform, mainly because it gathers all the machine learning based functionalities. And this includes two different modules: the CTI Discovery and Analytics, which is responsible for collecting technical, tactical, operational, and strategic threats through CTI feeds. All these feeds are ingested to our OpenCTI instance, which is the main threat management platform of Synapse. And this information is classified in sticks format, in sticks 2.1 format, and it can be it is disseminated through taxi server or through OpenCTI streams. And an important innovation of this component is that an LLM-based approach is used to discover and correlate available threat intelligence information in forums, blog spots, or even dark web, in order to, let's say, speed up the process of accessing threat intelligence information, which, as you may already know, is a painful process which requires a lot of manual processing and a lot of time to actually access the threat intelligence feeds. So through an LLM-based approach, we are trying to, let's say, speed up the process and automate it, extract threat intelligence information from publicly available unstructured information and categorize them in sticks 2.1 format. The second module is the user and entity behavioral analytics. This employs data available in the Synapse platform to generate baseline activities of the various users of an organization or the devices, and it utilizes this information to train machine learning models in this baseline, and these models are used later to make predictions on new data and detect anomalies from these baseline activities. And this could work together with the monitoring-based assessments or as standalone using uploading data in the Synapse platform and make predictions on the static data, let's say, or make predictions on in real time on data acquired from the event captors. And the third component is the attack prediction and response recommendation. Again, this component employs machine learning algorithms and models to predict the attacks. It utilizes data from the multi-layer security and privacy monitoring, and specifically from IDS or logs from the event captors. And its main goal is to categorize the attack, let's say, estimate their scope and their impact, utilizing also available information from the MITRE ATT&CK database, and also propose response recommendations utilizing other publicly available datasets such as MITRE Defend, and assist later the incident response component to develop the Synapse playbooks. The Synapse playbooks are based on the OSIS Cacao standard, and its main goal is to automate the incident response and business continuity operations. The Synapse playbooks are broadly categorized in three categories. We have the incident response playbooks, which could be investigation playbooks, remediation, and prevention playbooks, or even assessment playbooks. Let's say these playbooks could be used to automate the assessment execution processes, or in case of specific alerts, to perform automated actions and block attacks or malicious operations that target the organization that Synapse is employed to. And an important factor of this component is that it employs a user-friendly interface to configure the Synapse playbooks, and all the operation and all the functions could be done through a drag and drop approach. And another component of Synapse, rather different, is the preparedness, which is mainly the Synapse Cyber Range platform. In Synapse, we are considering that human is let's say, the weak factor in an organization. So training activities are performed through both theoretical and hands-on exercises to raise the security awareness of the employees of an organization. And mostly in the hands-on exercises, this cyber range platform can simulate or emulate a part of the environment of the organization, for instance, its assets and operations, to perform tailored hands-on exercises based on the needs of each organization. And the last component of Synapse is the alerting and reporting and information exchange, which objective is to collect the outcomes of other Synapse components. For instance, technical level indicators, insights from the AI, the machine learning-based components, or discovered threat intelligence, or even Synapse playbooks and training programs, and exchange or disseminate this information with public authorities, like Search and C-Search, or other cybersecurity technology providers that are employing Synapse, and also cyber insurers by exchanging smart contracts and cybersecurity insurance templates. Finally, for the technology providers, the Synapse offers a message broker. Namely, all the components of Synapse are, as I mentioned before, are visualizing the results in the Synapse dashboard, and this is performed through a message broker. For instance, in Synapse, we are employing Kafka for the collection of the outputs of the various components. And also, most of the Synapse components are employing REST APIs. So the integration of various solutions and external solutions on the Synapse platform could be done easily also through REST APIs. That was all from my side. I think now we can proceed with the next slot, which will shed some light in the actual open call and what is actually needed in the Synapse open call, navigating through the Synapse, the open call documents. Thank you.
Thank you, Panagiotis. I am Panos from the NKS. I hope you can see my screen on the Synapse website, right?
Correct.
Great. So let's see what happens with the more administrative, let's say, details and the procedures for preparing your proposal and submitting your proposal for the Synapse open call. First, let me say that the main place where we upload all the updated documents and all the news regarding the Synapse is mainly our website. We, of course, announce also in our social media, but here in our website and the tab of Open Call, you may see all the relevant documents and the updated ones. So if someone visits our website here, you can see that we have uploaded new templates regarding the proposal submission and also a budget template that I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes, and some frequently asked questions that came during the last 2 weeks. So let me go through these documents, starting from the guidelines for the applicants. You may see here that the latest version is the version 2.0. So please, you should download this updated version instead of the previous one, because there are some extra modifications that we have applied. So here you can see some general information regarding the Synapse project and the Synapse platform, which Panagiotis from STS just presented. Then we proceed with the objectives on the open call and the funding schemes. As we have already presented, there are 2 kinds of open call beneficiaries. Beneficiaries type A, where we're searching for a use case provider and specifically the 4th pilot of Synapse, and the open call beneficiaries type B, which target to SMEs on the cybersecurity domain offering their services or products on the Synapse platform. We explicitly describe what we are, let's say, hope these entities to bring on board. So regarding the funding, this will be in a lump sum with 3 installments. The 35% of this will be at the month 3, the other 35% in the month 6, and the final 30% at month 9. Let me also highlight here that, as we will see in a couple of minutes, the project duration will be 9 months. So we have divided these 9 months into 3 periods. I'm going also to present regarding the eligible costs, the budget template. Here you may see also the open call key date. The submission deadline is in 19th of December. Probably this will be the final deadline, since we have already expanded the first one. The evaluation results will be announced during January, along with the signing of the contracts for the winners. So the 9 months period will probably start from February 2026 for the winning proposals until October 2026. So in the next subsection, project implementation timeline, you may see the three periods. The first one is in month 3, the second one in month 6, and the third one in month 9. In each period, we have already described what we hope that this winner will conduct during the specific periods, and each period ends with the deliverable. So there are 3 deliverables, one in month 3, one in month 6, and one in month 9. Regarding the template, we have already uploaded the template. This hasn't changed during the latest updates and the new documents that I will present you in a couple of minutes. So the submission template for the proposal as it is, it hasn't changed. So whoever has already draft the proposals, the main part will remain the same. Just some administrative details in the proposal submission template have changed, so nothing to worry on this. There will be 6-page proposals. Up to 2 pages will be the excellence, up to 1 page the impact, and 3 pages the implementation. Each criterion of these 3 is scored from 0 to 5, and there is a minimum threshold of 3 out of 5 per criterion, and overall 10 out of 15. Regarding the eligibility criteria, we have already provided the information here. The ones that could submit the proposal for the Horizon Europe are the same countries that can also propose and submit the proposal for the open call. And of course, you can check the classifications of the type B beneficiaries of the SMEs in the EU guidelines provided. So, regarding the intellectual property rights, of course, the results are owned by the third party that generates them. In case, of course, that there is some joint ownership, then, of course, the owners shall endeavor in a good faith. And for the contact information, of course, most of you have already contacted us through the email, and of course, you can always visit our website for more information. So let's say that this was the updated guideline for applicants, enriched with some extra information and minor changes. So let's now proceed with the doc format file regarding the proposal submission template. Regarding the technical part, nothing has changed in this second version that you have to download from our website. As we discussed, the excellence section is up to 2 pages. We described here what we expect from you in the subsections of each section. The impact is up to 1 page, and the implementation is up to 3 pages. Please keep in mind that we have already divided the projects in 3 periods, month until month 3, until month 6, and until month 9, where the winners should provide their deliverables as described in the guidelines. Some minor changes in the administrative section, which you should fill out regarding your entity, and some minor changes in their declared section. And of course, here we're waiting for your digital signature of this document. So let's say again that in the updated version of the proposal submission template, there are no changes in the technical part. So you can just refine your documents. by just adding the administrative section. The page limit of the 6 pages refer only for the core proposal text, I mean for the 3 sections, excellence, impact, and implementation. So what we're expecting is that these 3 sections will cover 6 pages texts. Then let's proceed with the budget. We have prepared a template for providing your budget. You should only fill in the cells in light green, your name here. We have divided the personnel cost, which is the first category included in the eligible costs. For each one of the 3 phases, you should declare here your person months assigned, and then your PM rate here, which is, of course, with a flat PM rate, a common PM rate for all these 3 phases. Then the second category is about the travels. We believe that at least 2 travels will be needed in order to participate in the Synapse meetings. So here you should at least include the cost for 2 travels, of course, inside Europe. And here you can write about the justification and the cost for any equipment or other goods, works, and services that may need it in order to implement your proposal. Please let me highlight again that you only fill in the light green cells and all the other are defined. As we will see also in the application platform, you will have to upload with your application. So you will just have to submit 2 documents. The one is the one that I showed you before regarding the proposal submission template. Okay, it's okay for us if you want to keep these instructions or not. Probably you could erase them, but the 6-page limit has to do only with the key text of your proposal. So the one document should be this one, digitally signed by you and uploaded in PDF format. And the second one will be this budget template, either in Excel format or in PDF format. There's no problem from our side. As I mentioned earlier, we also have uploaded some frequently asked questions. Most of them are, let's say, also included in the guidelines for applicants. For example, the deadline, who can apply, which is the maximum grant amount. As we already discussed, it is 300,000 euros for the open call beneficiary type A and 200,000 euros for the open call beneficiaries type B. The submission of the proposals is through the F6S platform. I'm going to present this in a couple of minutes. Only 2 documents must be submitted at this stage: the proposal and the proposal's budget. Okay, so this is the 2 templates that you can find in the Synapse website, and I just presented them. Only English is the language that is accepted for your proposal. The proposals are per entities, individual entities, no consortia. Consortia will be accepted. It's just for individual entities, either as SMEs for type B or operators of digital infrastructures classified as type A beneficiaries. And I think that all the other questions are already discussed. So let's proceed now with the application platform. As we discussed earlier, all the information is on our website. Here are the new and the updated documents that you can download. And if you click on the Apply Now button, you will go to the F6S platform. Here, first you have to make an account, a personal account from your side, and also an account for your entity. We have created an account for, let's say, an SME or an entity, let's call it Test Synapse. You will have to fill in some basic information. To be honest, the evaluation of your proposal is not related to what you will exactly write in these fields. So your evaluation will be based only on the 2 documents that you will upload through this platform. Yes, but of course it would be helpful if you could fill in this mandatory fields regarding the short description of your company, where you are located, which is the market you are interested in, the link of your website as a company or your entity in general. And then you should also update your team, so you should put 1 person here. That's why it is important also to create an account, a personal account from your side. And then regarding our Synapse open call, you will have only to upload 2 documents. Here is your proposal, and here is the budget of your proposal. Of course, following the 2 templates that we have already discussed and uploaded. So your evaluation will be based on these 2 documents that you're going to upload here. A couple of minor comments before ending this session is that here in the budget template, we give you the freedom, let's say, to put the PMs allocated per phase as you want, but please keep in mind that as we have described in the guidelines, the installments will be done in specific proportions. So we believe that it would be more reasonable if your costs, both the personal costs and the travels and the equipment and things like that, will follow these specifications here, that the 35% will be allocated by month 3, the other 35 by month 6, and the final 30% at month 9. So you should, it would be reasonable, let's say, to follow this let's say, rationale in providing your feedback on the budget template. The second comment is that probably some of you have already submitted your proposal. Unfortunately, you will have to submit it again because as we discussed, there are some minor changes in the proposal submission template in the administrative part. So you have to download again your proposal, the proposal submission template, and fill it again, fill it out again. And of course, there is also the budget template that you have to fill in and also upload it and submit it. So unfortunately, for those that have already submitted their proposals, they should resubmit them with the correct documents. For this reason, those that have already submitted and you want to change them, and you have to change them, please contact us by mail, and we will reopen the application platform from our side, because as far as we're concerned, you cannot withdraw your proposal if we do not, let's say, admit to, if we not accept this withdrawal and resubmission. So please, those that have already submitted your proposals, contact us by mail and let us know that you want to open the session again in order to withdraw your application and resubmit it again. I think that this is all from my side, from Martinake's side, and regarding the preparation of your proposals and the submission to the application platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Panos. Can you hear me? We are now in the question and answer part. We already received an email with a question about on the info@synapse-project.eu is about what are the Synapse KPIs. This is a set of KPIs we can make public about the technical and project-like progress. We don't have an API to interact with the produced data in terms of visualization, but we have an Excel file and we can provide to interested people some more specific information about this. And we don't have yet an email about this. Let me also clarify a couple of things. As CNR, I mean, as CNR, we requested slight different changes, and it's up to CNR responsibility, and that we asked to change the documents that we approved before. So just to clarify, and if you already submitted something, please do this with the new format that has been mentioned before. Also, the contract is currently planned for 9 months, but due to the end of the project, we could, plan to have maybe 8 months. This will be, let's say, finalized in the contract signing phase in order to, let's say, to stay there, likely with the same budget. So these are two things that I wanted to clarify also to the people. Now, we don't have other email. I don't know if someone can try to raise the hands because
sorry for the interruption, Fabio. I think we already have one email from. We have two questions. First one.
I think I answered that. Okay, please go on.
About the first one is about what are the Synapse KPIs. The Synapse KPIs, namely the KPIs of the project, are not related to the open call. So in the phase of in the application phase, this is not mandatory for you to know beforehand the Synapse KPIs. So this information will be made available to the winners of the open call after the open call selection process. And regarding if Synapse publishes an API to interact with the produced data results and or import them in a data visualization platform, Synapse, as we mentioned before in the presentations, the individual components that needs to be interacted with the solutions, let's say, of the open call winners can provide some REST APIs for the integration, or the information could be disseminated through the message brokers. But in general, for the application part, we do not need a lot of details regarding the integration part. We just need for you, especially for the technology providers, to be able to provide some integration capabilities with your platform. And but in general, from our side, the integration could be done either through the message broker of the platform or through REST APIs.
Okay, other questions? I'm wondering if people can try to raise your hand, or we can remove the mic to all the people if someone wants to say something.
Yes, this is correct. This is used for the internal communication among the different components and the visualization of information in the main dashboard. It could be bi-directional, to be honest, depending on the solution. If the solution, the provided solution will need data from the Synapse platform, then it could be bi-directional as well. There is no issue with that.
Regarding the open call type A beneficiary, it's not, let's say, restricted to specific entities, large companies or RTOs, but let's say that the use case provider should run, let's say, a digital infrastructure in as much as more commercial, let's say, basis it is possible to be done. I mean, not just a test bed in a university, let's say, infrastructures and things like that. They are not, let's say, these applications will not be excluded because the open call asks for operators of digital infrastructures, but it will be more positively evaluated if this infrastructure is, let's say, more industrial basis or more near to commercial use, if I can put it this way. I don't know, Fabio, if you want to add something on that.
I think you said perfectly. So for type B, we look for SMEs, but for the first is a service provider. And definitely more relevant is the use case. So more users, more impact for us would be more relevant. But I mean, again, it's not prevented other kind of applications. So as has been said, likely there could be more relevant use cases. This will be evaluated by the experts, but technically it's not forbidden if you have a test bed with some users to propose.
Yes, I think Fabio mentioned in the beginning that the expected TRL of the Synapse platform in general is at least 7. So we are expecting the same TRL level from the open call applicants as well. At least 7. Only the specific part of the solution of your offering that is described in the open call application template, not the whole Synapse platform, because as you understand, the Synapse platform has a very broad scope.
So it seems on the email, I don't see other questions in the email. Are there other people in the call that wants to make a question? So if so, raise your hand and then I will open the mic for you.
And also, if you think something later on, you can send your questions via email, and it will be replied within 1-2 days most.
Yes, correct. Yes. The info is always there, for sure, and you have also the frequently asked question page. where we put the outcome of our, let's say, findings. If there are not other questions, someone of the speakers wants to add something before we close?
One minor thing from my side. We would like to thank, of course, all the applicants for considering Synapse Open Call. And we would like, of course, to apologize for some delays in the communication of the extension and in providing a new revision of the template. So if you have already submitted your applications before the extension, please download the new template, the version 2 of the template, and resubmit your applications. And we sincerely apologize for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Panos. Other speakers wants to say something? In the meanwhile, on info is also arrived the question that we answered about the type A kind of partners. So if not, I would thank you very much all the speakers and all the participants. We really would welcome many successful and good applications that will be evaluated in order to strengthen the Synapse project. So thank you very much, and we keep in touch for the next steps. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.